So before we start this video, today we're doing something a little bit different. We're going to clear the air because what I have coming for you guys today is one of those type of albums that you just keep running back, okay? I'm talking about Jhené Aiko's new album, CHILOMBO. Now, the album just dropped this Friday. The spirits almost took me out. Now, the album just came out Friday, and I am just so excited because I've been a giant Jhené Aiko fan for probably the longest, since probably like 2013 when she was putting out her first EPs. She has come a long way. So besides the music that she actually created, besides the great lyrics that we know Jhené Aiko always comes away, and the sounds and the production and the mixing and the mastering of her music, she recently talked about in an interview how she added chakras, which are basically music and sounds of healing for the bodies. So girl, while I was sitting down on my couch, I was getting all that healing. So shout out to you, Jhené. Now this album is very, very special because not only did she write and freestyle a lot of this music, but she was also able to record this music in a different way. So you're not going to hear the Jhené in the studio, but you're going to hear, like, you're going to hear sound drums, you're going to hear everything. So basically what she did is she went to an island in Hawaii called the Big Island, probably got a big Airbnb or a mansion, she probably can afford it, and just shipped all her buddy, all the creatives that she knows, and they just sat around and made music. Like, imagine being able to sit on an island and get the inspiration from the waters, the hills, the mountaintops, and to be able to create a body of work like this. And it truly shows within her whole album. You can tell the flow of the music. You can tell stuff that was recorded on the island versus stuff that's probably recorded in the studio, more of her like upbeat songs. Now that we have the background done on the album, let's just jump into my personal expectations. So it's not y'all expectations, it's my personal expectation. So from this album, I was definitely expecting the same Jhené that we hear from previous projects. So meaning the slow songs, the empowerment songs, these ain't songs, we like everything. It's just from top to bottom Jhené, just classic Jhené. Now I was not expecting her to transform and try to adapt to the current music culture that we have out right now. So I'm talking the Summer Walkers, the Snows, the Scissors. Jhené doesn't have to conform to anybody. She's her own being, she's her own self, her own genius. So I wasn't worried about that at all. So I was really just ready to step into Jhené's world. It seems like every project that she has out, you end up stepping into her world. Now when it comes to the overall sound of this album, you can definitely tell that Jhené took her time, honey. She took her time. Those 2 years of waiting for a complete project from her was completely worth it. When I tell you the pacing was amazing, the transition from song to song was amazing. Now you can listen to this album and you can put it on shuffle, but I do recommend that you play this album from top to bottom. Now one of my favorite transitions on the album has to be the transition between 10,000 Hours into Summer 2020 Interlude. When I tell you, you know what, I'm just gonna let you guys hear it for yourself, okay? I got my speaker up, we're gonna play this really quick. Now I'm gonna play you probably the last 30 seconds of 10,000 Hours going into Summer Interlude. So check this out.
And it feel like sometimes I cry, 'cause I feel so good to be alive.
You did it again. You did it again for me. Like, this is one of those albums that you can listen to and drive down the skyline of your city. So if you have a skyline in your city like Chicago, we have Lakeshore Drive. I can drive down Lakeshore Drive and just feel the vibe. And when I tell you this album is perfect for the summertime, it is perfect. Now another thing I want to point out about this album, you can tell that every track, every song was intentional. Like the placement of it was intentional. I'm a really big stickler for this. And it seems like every time an artist puts out an album that has multiple singles that they're released, whether they're on radio or they just put them on streaming platforms, it seems like they just throw the hit singles at the top and at the bottom just so that, you know, they can just get by and just be like, oh, well, they like Trigger, so let's put it at #1. No, you shouldn't do that. You definitely shouldn't do that as an artist. You want the album to flow and you want it to make sense, and Jhené did a great job at that. So for example, the song BS with her. To keep the pace of the album, following that song, she has Pussy Fairy. Now, Pussy Fairy was an automatic hit. We already knew where this song was going, but I do love that she added that interlude to help transition between BS with her into Pussy Fairy, because Pussy Fairy was such a hard record. Like, when it comes on, the beat just boom, just hits you. But she put that freestyle. I'm not sure if it was a freestyle, but if you believe it's a freestyle, go ahead and comment below in this video and let me know your opinions on it. But I love that little excerpt that she entered into that song, because it changed the whole tone of the song, but you still got the vibe of the original track of Pussy Fairy at the same time. So that was just an amazing transition. Now, going back to when I mentioned about the structure of the songs and the songs that she picked and the placements of the songs, you can tell between BS featuring her to Happiness Over Everything, Jhené got in her toxic bag. We all need those songs, ladies, that make us know that we the and we don't want to hear it. We're not taking any excuses. And you may love him, but guess what? He ain't nothing for us. He ain't no good. We ain't no good, and it's cool. And somebody actually said on Twitter that Jhené Aiko is nobody but Future with some box braids now.
I'm so proud of you. You found
Do not come for her. Now let's jump right into Tony D highlights, where I highlight the songs that meant the most to me, or songs that I just felt really interesting that I want to share with you guys. So first, we're going to kick off with her song Born Tired, and that has to be the song that made me cry the most. Now, usually people say Jhené, all her music makes you cry and bawl. Me, not so necessarily, but this one song, y'all, when I tell you, I had to ugly cry. I did, like, you know, you never know. That's the good thing about music, because you never know how it's going to hit you. And then when it does hit you, it can either bring you healing or help you process thoughts. And then as the song progresses, she talks about how life is hard, and we all know life is hard. You know, we all know life is hard. And then she gets into how we can get hurt from life and from people and to things and from the environment. And then she says, girl, but it's cool. Look how far you came, because the pain that you was holding right here is not bigger than the glory that you're gonna receive when you get through this pain, okay? And that's why I love Jhené. Now in the song, you can hear a particular beat. It goes like doom doom cha da, doom cha, doom doom cha da, doom cha. Now I can't do it because clearly I'm not an artist. I can't sing. I'm built like this, but I can't sing. I can't make music. I can review it though. But in this song, I kind of noticed that beat, and I was just like, dang. Like, when I was listening to the song, I was like, dang, what is this beat? And I'm like, man, because when something gets me, like a beat gets me, I spend the rest of the day trying to figure out where it's sampled from. See, I'm not sure, 100% sure, so Jhené, don't kill me if I'm wrong about this. But that beat that I just did, it sounds like Cupid from 112.
How far you have come, and look at all that you have going. Look at who you have become. Baby, you gotta keep going. Ooh, oh, rest your weary heart.
Put your hands together.
Now let me know in the comments, did you hear 112's Cupid beat in this song? And tell me I'm not crazy, because I swear I'm not crazy. Now the next song we're gonna talk about is probably one of my more instant ads from the album, Trying to Smoke. She brought that song to a different level. So not only introducing the skits, which was very interesting coming from Jhené, the skit in the beginning about the two guys, and one guy was trying to buy an eighth off the other guy. That was very, very unique, and the way it flowed into the actual song was beautiful. Now the next song that I will like to highlight is probably one of Jhené's, one of my favorite collaborations that she has done on her latest project and her past project. She has a song called 10,000 Hours featuring Nas. And when I tell you, Nas has redeemed himself since that verse on, I think it was Rodeo with Lil Nas X, which was so terrible. But we don't have to get into that. But he definitely redeemed himself with that verse, from her lyrics to the production of the sound to the mixing. It was flawless. The song is completely flawless, and I will have to say the piano break at 120, you have to hear that before it just sounds like she's about to freestyle again. Come on, man.
That's what the fuck I'm talking about. God. That's what I'm talking about. It was so black ass. It was black ass.
Now, last but not least, let's get into the last track of the album. Now, the last track of the album is always very important because this leaves the listener with a final thought. It's not an emotional song, so I don't know why I was emotional over it, but I was a big baby, honestly. Now, the song Party for me is basically about how people should be valued while they're here, not necessarily when they're gone and dead. And I felt like there was a very big connection between this song and Nipsey Hussle and the death of Nipsey Hussle. Especially saying that Jhené Aiko is from LA. And you know in her song she always says it's lost in her. Like we know it. That's her little tag. And we know she was ride or die and she was good friends with Nipsey Hussle. And I feel like this song was especially made for him because of the flow and the bounce that she has on her little freestyle rap part.
CHILOMBOs, rose gold decorations. Do it for your girl in commemoration. Look, I'ma need y'all dancing. And when you cry, don't stop crying till you laughing. Yeah.
Look, my nigga, this is dedication. This is anti-hesitation. It's a real nigga celebration. It's a dime block declaration. 59th and 5th Ave, granny house with vanilla wafers.
When I tell you the way she drowns out her words in that song, it's the exact same flow of Nipsey, so I can't help but to think this song is for him. And with life, we've lost a couple of people who are just starting in the industry. So we lost Pop Smoke about almost a month. It's almost about to be a month, yeah. We lost Pop Smoke almost a month ago. We've lost Nipsey, we've lost Kobe and Gianna. I mean, and it just shows that you have to love on your people while you're here. Don't wait until they're gone to check out their content that they're putting out, to listen to that mixtape that you've been in your ashtray, in your car, in your glove compartment for a month straight. Listen to their stuff now, because I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be a mad spirit from the other side if y'all decide to listen to and watch my videos after I'm gone. Cause what's that gonna do for me? Nothing at all. But in all seriousness, please love on your people, watch after your people, care for your people, pray for your people while they're here and while we still have their presence here, because who knows what's on the other side. Now, I hate to get in my sad bag, so we just gonna jump right back into talking about the album. I think this was one of those albums that I feel like I can play back 2 years from now and be like, yeah, this album still rides. Exactly how I felt in 2020. It's one of those timeless pieces. I'm very happy that she took her time with this album and gave it to us so early in the springtime. It's almost the springtime. She got us still sprung out in the springtime. Yes, you got me sprung. And you still gonna have me sprung in December probably over this album. It is amazing, sis. Congratulations on your big project. Now, I know you guys are asking, what's Tony D's rating for this album, Chilombo? But when it comes to what I base it on, which is replay value, the lyrics, the production, the mixing, the temperature of the songs, I will have to give this album a rating, a 8.5 out of 10, and that is very, very, very high for me. I usually never rank albums past an 8. So we have 8 Jhené's and a half of a Jhené this time. But overall, the project is amazing. Definitely check it out. Definitely stream it. And let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And be sure to share, like, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And make sure you tag your friends who have not had the time or the chance to listen to Chilombo, because they are missing out. And be sure to tag Jhené too, because I want sis to see this, because she needs the flowers. She deserves these flowers that I'm giving her. And in the comments, let me know what your favorite songs are from this album. And until next time, you guys, be sure you guys keep your vibes, keep your energy clean. We're not tolerating no mess in 2020.